Once again, brothers and sisters, we have started the Advent season. And I'm happy and privileged to celebrate the first Sunday of the Advent to open it. But before we go into the homily this morning, I would like us to, in a nutshell, understand the general meaning of Advent from what we know of it individually. Because each one of us here may have his own definition of the Advent. But let us look at what the church wants us to know about the Advent. Advent has a twofold character. One as a season to prepare for Christmas. And that is when Christ's first coming is remembered. To prepare for the celebration of Christmas, the birthday of Jesus Christ. And that is his first coming into this world. The second one is a season when that remembrance of his first coming directs our mind and heart to wait for his second coming at the last day. Advent is therefore a period for devout and joyful expectation, be it his first coming or his second coming when we do not know. Now that we have, in a nutshell, understood generally the meaning of what we are celebrating today and in the 4 weeks, let us now look at these 4 colorful candles and what they tell us about them. These 4 colorful candles, as we see them, very beautiful with the wreath. These are the 4 candles that signify or symbolizes the 4 weeks of the Advent season we celebrate. These 4 candles, the church wants us to focus the meaning of the Advent as we celebrate it in these 4 weeks. These 4 candles, they have symbols. They are not only candles standing here burning and looking beautiful with the wreath. They have 4 symbols that the church wants us to focus during this Advent season, to reflect on them and to celebrate them. These symbols are virtues of hope, the virtue of love, the virtue of joy, and then the virtue of peace. This is because the Messiah who was to come, who eventually came, he came with hope for those who are in despair. He came with love to remove hatred among people. He came with him joy for those in agony and in misery. He came finally with peace for those who do not experience peace due to conflicts. experience these virtues during these 4 weeks of Advent, so that it may be meaningful to us. Having explained the meaning of these candles, we now go into the homily for today from the readings. As we heard in the first reading, Prophet Isaiah prophesied about the mountain of the Lord that will tower above other mountains and hills in the days to come. The mountain of the Lord will tower above every other mountain and hills in the days to come. Here, Prophet Isaiah for me uses these mountains and hills in symbolic terms. The mountain of the Lord that shall tower over the mountains. The mountains is no other than Jesus Christ, the Messiah, who was prophesied to come and eventually he came at the appointed time. Isaiah, as we heard in the first reading, went on to say, all nations will stream to this mountain. And this is in reference to Jesus Christ. Because when he eventually came, many people flocked to him for their different needs, be it material or spiritual. This towering mountain, Jesus Christ, as we know, brought peace in the world by reconciling people and nations in conflicts through his teachings. He went around when he came, doing his public ministry, preaching to the people, reconciling those in conflicts, and bringing happiness and joy and peace in their lives. At the end of the reading, Isaiah gave an invitation to the house of Jacob, whom he was speaking to, saying, O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. An invitation. O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Brothers and sisters, the same invitation is extended to us during this Advent season, to walk in the light of the Lord, so that we may prepare well for the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ at Christmas, and also his second coming when we do not know. St. Paul also in the second reading, as we heard, without going in details, echoed the same invitation when he tells us to wake up now. The night is over, and to give up our old ways of life of sinfulness and live in the light of Christ. St. Paul is also inviting us, more especially during this Advent season. If you have been living sinful life that is not accord with the life of God, and the tenet of this season, St. Paul is advising you and me to give this type of life up and live in the light of Christ, where there is no secret and sinfulness. Finally, my dear brothers and sisters, in the gospel, Jesus told the people that he, the Son of Man, is coming at an hour they do not expect. He went on and reminded them as an example what happened in Noah's time. When God sent prophets to the people for repentance, they never paid heed to these prophets and their teachings. Either they were procrastinating or utter refusal to accept the message, or being nonchalant until the day the flood came and swept them and their properties away. Then they realized what they did to themselves for not listening to the messages of the prophets who told them to repent before the wrath of God be fall on them. Today, in our own time, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus is speaking to us directly through his teachings. No longer prophets sent to us. He is now teaching us through his teachings. Hence, he is also reminding us, and at the same time warning us, that if we do not heed to his teachings in our own time, we have to beware what happened to the people in Noah's time might also happen to us. Made it clear. The people, they were doing all sorts of things contrary to the will and plan of God. God reminded them, sent prophets to them. They refused the prophets. Some of them they chased away. Some of them they killed. They continued in their sinful life until they met the wrath of God through the flood. And Jesus Christ is telling us, I am now teaching you. It's either you accept me and accept my teaching, you will regret that you have sinned. It's not a threat by Jesus Christ. It is a reminder. A loving reminder, a caring reminder for those he suffered for and died on the cross for. Because his will is not that we should perish. And that is why he sacrificed his life on the cross for each one of us. Therefore, my dear sisters and brothers, this is a call to all of us, especially during this Advent season, to get ourselves properly prepared, to do what is needful, everything that is needful, especially during this time. It's an important time. If you want Jesus Christ to visit you at Christmas, when you visit many people, then we have to keep the rules and regulations of this season, so that we may be worthy, or we may worthily celebrate his coming or his birthday at Christmas. We need to be hopeful in our lives. We need to be loved and loved. We need to be joyful. We need peace in our lives. If we need all these four virtues that are very important for our lives and as Christians, then we should make sure that we prepare ourselves worthily to celebrate hopefully, lovely, joyfully, peacefully his birthday at Christmas. And be found most especially and most importantly, to be found worthy at his second coming at the last day when we do not know. May the Lord bless his word. Amen.